That
Yeah,
is where
that's
we use the is. I don't know. I think yeah.
yeah.
And then um, of course the modulo. I remember the modulo bit. And then what else? I'm sure if you continue, I'll pick up. But these are the things that immediately comes to mind.
Okay, okay. I think it's okay. Can you
Yeah.
down? Yeah. Okay. So let's continue.
Mm. Please, are you waiting for me?
No, 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 no. I'm coming. Just a minute.
Uh,
I'll share my screen. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
yeah.
Okay. My interpreter.
Yeah.
Okay, so so far the materials that I've given to you. Okay,
Mm.
we've had the first one exploring the Python language and interpreter. Okay, so we've covered this. Okay,
Mm.
up to this,
Mm.
and then how to run the file with
Mm.
this. Okay, that um we know Python interpreter. We call Python, and then comes like the what I just did. Okay,
Mm.
and then to run Python, you run Python with the you save Python with the extension .py. Okay,
Mm.
something. So now you can use your Python to run a file with .py extension. Okay, so we went through that, and then the next point is we look at the del function.
Mm.
Okay, so we went to how to use the help function to get more information about maybe an object,
Mm.
okay, or maybe a photo. So we use the help function to do that, and the del for the directory. Okay, so we went through that, and I also say that every if everything we are doing in Python, we need to think in terms of
Mm.
objects. Okay, so for instance, if you check maybe a variable state. Okay, what is assign to a variable? You can use the directory, okay, or you can use the type function, okay, to be able to check. Okay, so we went through that. Okay, now we move on to the type, reviewing the type of data. Okay, so the type of data we talk about Python have a lot of data type. Okay, so we went basically to some of them like the number type, which has the int and the float. Okay, so we went through that. So as you check here, you can look at reference sources, go to the Python documentation instead,
Mm.
and you get some other information there as well. So basically, if I want to assign a value to a variable, we use the equal sign here, but
Mm.
in Python we call it assignment operator. Okay, so we say you assign value to a variable. So this is
Mm.
how we assign a value to a variable. Okay, so we went through. So once you assign a value to a variable, we said that it is not just the name here, it's just that at that particular point, what have you assigned to? So the same name, I can assign a different value to
Mm.
that. Okay,
Mm.
but the identity will be what you've assigned to. Okay, a system can identify it, anything, if it's a variable, they identify that because whatever that you are assigning is an object and it's a class. So
Mm.
everything has been defined. That's where we use the help part, what we've assigned. Okay.
Mm.
Then move on to equal. Then I said that with the equal sign here, this is where you want to check the equality of maybe a variable or any object.
Mm.
Okay, so you use the two to do that. And then if you want to check the state of something, maybe the memory or the where it occupies, okay,
Mm.
use the S operator to be able to do that. Okay, so that's the second file, what it is all about. Okay, and then we actually move on to check the type of data as we were told. So for instance, if I assign the value here, this is a value to a variable and a integer. And then I assign the same thing, this one, this is an integer to another variable. But in this point, I'm assigning the same thing from here. So this is the variable that I'm assigning to. So when you check the equality here, you're saying that they are the same thing that is that I'm assigning or I'm checking. Okay. And if I want to check for the states, as you can see here, the state object identity will be false. And we actually know why it is false. Okay. Okay. So because this one is a string. Okay. So a string and then another string. Okay. So when we check that, you can see here another string. Okay. And I think last time I went through and you saw the difference. Okay. So that when it's an integer and it's from 1 to 255. Okay. But then of course, when it's that, it will still be the same. But if it's more than 255, then it's going to throw that is what is false, because it will now Python know when it's less than 255. Python keep it in its internal memory that it will share. Okay, so it will share that. So in that case, not going to throw a false message. Okay, but when it's beyond that, then it assign it to a different memory and it will be different. Okay, so as you can see, that's what we actually went through throughout this part. Then we look at the data type. So in the data type, we have to look at something that we call in Python. Some of them type are mutable and some are immutable. Okay, so I explain what a mutable is and what immutable is to you. Okay, so here we okay. So if I assign a value, I can change that value. Okay, so that means that that data type is mutable. But if it's immutable, means that you cannot change its state. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, so we went through that as well, and then we look at the we have several collection types. So the collection type that we have to look at, we have to look at
One,
um
two.
like I told you the list. If you remember some of the collection data type, like a list and all those things. Hello.
Sorry, I'm listening. Sorry.
Okay. So we look at that, okay, and then we see that you can reference the collection type as well, the sequence, okay, and then we look at the collection type, we what exactly that can be done within the collection type, and we say some of the data type are callable, and when we want to look at the callable data type, we look at the function of the data. For instance, if I want to talk about integer, we use the int like this. So these ones are the callable, like int like this. So these are callable. These are the callable like string, because of course, this is a string, but when you check this is what you get. So these are what functions models, okay, but these are callable, okay. And then if you want to check for a list, this is the list. So if I assign this one to, let's say, a number, and I assign this one to, let's say, int, of course, this this is what we call a callable. So you can call this one anywhere and it will give you a value, because it's not this an empty, so definitely it will be. So we call a callable. We are talking about those methods that you know. So like the int, the float. So this is for float. So all these are callable. Okay. For dictionary, okay, for tuple. So these are callables, okay, for sets. So these are all callables. So these are the collection callable as you can see here. So we say that some Python data types are callable. Okay, so that means that you can use the type name like the function to call to produce any instance of the data type. Okay, like what I just used. So the type, that is the function that I just used. So if no value is given, the default value, and you can see that the default value for that is zero, that for int. So if it's float, what will be the default value that we will expect for float? Hello, hello.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. I was talking.
Yeah, I'm asking. You're saying that when you assign those callable, those functions that are callable, when you assign the default value like this one, the default value gave me as zero. So I'm asking if it is a float, what will be the default value?
I'm not sure. A float is a decimal, right? I
Yes.
don't know if a float has a default value. I'm not
So
sure
so
because we said
you
0.0.
see,
Okay, okay.
the default value will show because it's a float. Okay.
Mm,
And then we see
mm.
when it's a string, what will be the default value for string?
Okay, then into parenthesis 0.0. I mean, if what you did above is anything to go
Yeah.
by.
No. See.
Did I
So
say parenthesis? Inverted.
okay, so you could see that anything within the quotes. I hope you remember, like we
Mhm.
said, that anything within the
Yes,
quote is a
yes,
string.
that's the inverted comma I wanted to say, but it's rather what a quote. Okay, okay, the real word is, but I was going to say inverted comma.
Okay, it's a
Inverted
quote.
is a quote.
So
Okay.
quote is back with that. So this one is a single or double quote or triple quote. So this, but
Mm,
this is what comes for the default. Okay,
mm.
if it's a list, if it's a list. So let's see if it's a list. So this is what will come. You see, and then you get
Okay.
a list. Okay, so this is a list info. If it's a string, a dictionary. Let's say you see.
Yeah.
So this is this the dictionary. This
How do you call
is
those two symbols? The one on top and then the last
this
one.
one.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, that one.
this one is the we call the square brackets.
Okay. I've forgotten my
Okay,
maths.
square bracket, and this is the curly brace. This is the curly brace, or we call it parenthesis. So this one that you see here is called curly brace. Open
Pello
and close.
grades.
Curly braids.
Or carry braids.
Braid. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the open and close. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, or some uses parent. So if I have a tuple like this is a tuple. So the default of this, so these are the callable states. So the default of this will be zero.
Yeah. Mm.
So this is the parenthesis.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
parenthesis. So when you have set, let's see, set, this is also callable, and then go XC. And this set will also give you the same this set. Okay, so that's the difference.
Mm.
So these are callable. So now anytime you hear about integer, this is this one. So if I want to check the data type of this, you can see that to give us the class what int at this.
Mm.
So for
Mm.
instance, if I variable maybe number one, say
Mm.
number underscore one. Okay, and then I assign a value to it like 0. Okay, and then I'll come here and check the type. Let's see, print. So what am I printing? The type. Do you see?
Mm.
Class int.
Mm.
Okay, it's the same way you want to check for, let's say, a string. Let's say name. Do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see that anything within the box is what.
Is there an announcement vehicle passing?
He said,
Is there a vehicle making an announcement at your place? It's so noisy.
yeah, I'm very close to the roadside. That's why.
Uh, and then you're a big man.
Oh no no.
Big men don't
Okay.
live on the road. Oh.
Okay, so you can see here. So this is what we went through. So anytime we talk about collabo, I hope now it's clear now.
Yes.
So these are the collables. That's the default of the variable state. So that's why we are saying that you can use it to create a variable type. Like for instance, if maybe I want to change a float to maybe an integer, call it casting. So we can use this state, the variable data type, to change one data type to another state. Okay, so that's what it means that you can use the type name like function to produce a new instance of the type.
Mm.
Okay, so a new instance of a type means that we know that anything within a quote like this one. I have a number, okay, and then I know that one, like two within a quote, two within a quote will be what? Two within a
String.
quote, two a string, but I can change this string to an integer. Okay, so if you want to check the type, let's say we want to check the type, we want to check the type here. Input number. What will be the output here? Will be what? A string. Okay,
Mm.
because
Mm.
but I can change this string to an integer by using this. If I say number and then I place this number inside int, so now I'm changing it to what? Integer.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So now with this one, if I come here and see this, you can see it's two. Okay,
Mm.
it's no more what? Integer. Okay, it's now a number. So if I want to check the type here, and then I place this one in there and say print and do type.
Maybe check because of the double parenthesis or triple. After type, there is open bracket, int, open bracket. Before maybe you have to add a third bracket at the back or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So let me do it simple. Okay, so that everything will be simple. So what I mean is that I have a number here, the one that we did. Okay,
Mm.
okay. So we already know that this one will give us what? Integer, a string like this, like from what we just checked. Okay,
Mm.
so I want to change it. I can use int here. Okay, and I'll place this one inside the int. So what it means is that I'm now converting one data type